Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Danganronpa. I don't want to spend too much time here, so I'm just going to immediately start looking at what I need to get to build Monokuma Butler. We need a motor, a binary converter, five motors, five binary converters, a screwdriver, 3 screwdrivers, and 5 dust cloths. Alright, well, we can correct one of those, and we can do that. And that's one of each, because we've gone ahead. So this first real challenge does seem like it is way more than what we had done up until this point. I have to remind myself that we're going to need to really work on this. As far as screws or possibly even using consumables. I feel like I had more consumables than just one rad bowl. Unless they're automatically using them, or I was gifted some other things. And I feel like, yeah, some of these would probably be useful to increase things. So we need to get some tools. And so maybe we should have focused on that too. Interesting. So as it is, we have a cleaner here that's fired up, which is good because we need a little bit more cleaner. We have this guy, and then I think the general move here is to probably have people go towards places. It's just too many cleanup people. It seems like almost the skills are converting the other direction. Because here's another cleanup person. There's a music room. There's that. This one's another cleanup person. That. And that would be another cleanup person. See, that's just probably not going to work particularly well. I feel like there's a chance here what's going to happen is as we start trying to get through the 50 days that we are going to kind of quickly realize that, yeah, like way too many cleanup people. I may need to just convert everybody or try to work everybody up to a 9-9 on both so that they can be used in any way I see fit. Meanwhile, we're still trying to figure out something with the talking to people, so we tried Sayaka and that didn't get us anywhere, so let's just do Biyaka since he's the next person on this. What would you like to do? We're going to spend some time together and try and max him out. Yeah, you can pretty much tell that at some point this was almost like a game pitch concept, and that the standard visual novel elements and story could have even been added later in a second meeting. Not like they were halfway through the development of the game and they pitched the idea of the murder games or anything like that, but this could have been a completely separate game, and it kind of makes more sense. The only real problem now is it's not the game I really wanted to play, so I really don't want to put a lot of time in this. So weak, I have no interest in a commoner like you. I ignored the insults and spent some time with Byakuya. We grew a little closer today. Okay. Yes, definitely. Now there's also a risk here that I could give one of these ultimate items at the bottom, which frankly I'd like the whole list upside down, so that the ultimate items were at the top. Or there were 2 different categories that you could jump through with a use of another button. There is kind of a lack of buttons here. Yeah, if I was to give one of those and not be 100% sure, I don't want to be careful there. So otherwise, we're looking for something that is, what is Ooblat really? Yeah, I don't know what Ooblat would be. Or someone's graduation album. I mean, he does like books. Let's see, second button. Alright, that probably is a decent gift, so let's try that. You think you can move me with this? I'm not so easily impressed. Oh, I don't think he's too happy with that. So there we failed. So we gotta figure out something that he really likes. Also, just doesn't make any sense why they're making the day and nighttime announcements. I have a super special announcement for y'all today is your day off. You know, half of me is black as a black hole, but that doesn't mean I have a black heart. I've decided to give you all a well-deserved day off the week. No work. When I say no work, I mean it. All work is absolutely prohibited, okay? Okay, you're dismissed. So they're gonna throw like random effects, and this is much more of a randomized thing than we frankly probably can bear. I suppose we could try the trip ticket. Since we've got so many of them, we might as well use them. It just seems weird that library makes a lot of sense. There's only like 6 locations though for a small, like 14 characters. So that's not one location per character, obviously. But yeah, I don't see how we're gonna get Monokuma tokens at this point. So if I was supposed to get 999, if we're supposed to get 999 Monokuma tokens, which there's an achievement for, and it's not that you just have to collect them in total, then then I don't know how you get it in this gameplay mechanic unless they just straight up give you 999 or some amount that is huge at the end of playing one round of this game, this side game. So it's grown so late already. I skipped some text there. Not important text. A lot of this isn't important. Look how you've consumed my precious time, Pops. It was too great an honor for you. Well, I expect you to make an effort to earn such an honor next. Well, see, and when you do the trips, it seems it seems like you can't give gifts and you don't grow closer to a person. So maybe you have to do a trip multiple times with a character, or maybe you need to take a character all around the school. Almost wouldn't be surprised if the trip tickets are actually some kind of romance path that you just couldn't have in the main game. That almost makes sense. But at the moment, I guess we'll just collect the trip tickets and see what comes about that. And I think I want to try and keep as much as possible here. Like, I think I want to keep at least one copy of each present if I can, just in case that screws me over at some other point. Let's see. Some of these swords don't really make sense. Like, all of these are just prop guns from, well, Berserker anime is from, I assume, the anime Berserk, and golden guns from James Bond. Let's see. An OO part. So we tried the second button, I think, before. Let's try the golden gun. You bastard. How did you get your hands on this? Even the collective force of the entire Togami Corporation wasn't enough to obtain this gem. I'm gonna hold on to this. Seeing Byakuya so pleased with something I gave him makes me happy. Listen, Makoto, I wanted to ask you something. So that is what we're gonna give him now. Then we'll just give him all the golden guns and forget the idea of keeping one of everything, because honestly that's not gonna work. As long as we keep one of the special items, which even that probably doesn't matter because I can probably replay the main game and get those items back. But yeah, this whole gameplay mechanic really just does not make any sense, because we're getting more SP and we're getting more abilities, but what is that going to help me? Can I start a new game over with the save file and play on a more difficult setting? Would I want to do that? I don't think so. I wanted to ask you, what could Byakuya want to talk to me about? I have a bad feeling about this. Sure, what's up? You know, only a chosen few, perhaps 1% of us are able to succeed in life.
So in other words,
For the other 99%, their dreams never come true. Some never even had a dream in the first place. Spending every waking hour toiling to scrap together a meager living. It's just barely getting by. I just don't understand. Is there any meaning to a life like that? Why are you asking me? Because you're part of the 99%, of course. Why did you even feel the need to ask? I knew he was going to assault me somehow. Until now, I've never been around anyone like that, so I'm interested. So tell me, how does it feel to live a life without hope, without potential or ambition or dreams? Come on. I don't have ambition or dreams. I've never felt that way about myself. I mean, sure, maybe I'll never be as rich as you or anything, but do you have to go around saying that to everyone? Can you only be happy by being better than others? Your complaints are old and tired as a third-rate pop song from any generation. And yet those are the words of the 99%. That is how you find comfort in your tiny, cold little world. Stop saying stuff like that. Sorry. I can't not speak the truth. No matter how much you push and struggle, people like you will never be in a position to change the world. You could all disappear tomorrow and nothing would change. Your existence is of no consequences. Certainly a conversation like this kind of highlights Byakuya's journey in a sequel, potentially. Like, knocking him down a peg even earlier in the story of the first game probably would have been good. Had they halfway through the game revealed that the Togami family has been completely eliminated, or perhaps they just revealed that Byakuya has no money to his name anymore, or power, would have potentially had him go through a full character developing story, which really doesn't happen for any of the characters. They are very much stereotypical archetypes, and that's it. Whether that's true or not, it doesn't matter. Even if you live a totally normal, unimportant life, you can still find happiness in that. If I can live a life that I'm satisfied with, that's all that matters. I've spent all my time comparing my life to other people's. I'd never be happy if I spent all my time. So maybe you can do that. You were guaranteed success from the day you were born, so...
What?
Hold on. From the day I was born? You have no idea. You don't have a clue what you're talking about. Wouldn't it be funny if it turned out Byakuya was adopted? I wouldn't be surprised. In Japan in particular, it's not uncommon for very powerful and rich CEOs in their late 70s to end up adopting someone in their 50s to be their son, so that the family name can move on and it can be a family business in pretense at least. What?
What?
Those who are chosen from birth have no concept of what that truly means. I have gone to battle and emerged victorious. That is why I am the chosen. What are you talking about? You're spoiled, all of you. Running away into a world of self-indulgence. Man, not reading very well today again. Battle, competition, rivalry. You run away from it all. That's why the 99% walk the path they do.
Such ignorance.
Good God, you absolutely lack of understanding makes me want to weep. After a surprise amount of emotion, Byakuya quickly made his exit. What the heck got into him? He was acting totally normal up until I said something about being guaranteed success from the day he was born. I wonder what set him off. So there we finally get some report card update, which I suppose that also gave me a new skill, envious influence. So it could have been that he had to fight amongst his other biological siblings, and it could mean that he was adopted after winning a bunch of fights. If anything, that almost sets up a prequel if people like the character Byakuya, but I don't think people would have liked the character Byakuya, so you're cutting off any opportunity of that. Envious influence. And so we're going to unlock all these skills and not be able to really see. We're not going to be able to really see those skills in action ever, unless you play the game a second time, which seems ridiculous. And there's seemingly no way you could have gotten all those skills. Like, this really makes a great argument for just having 100% save file, playing the game on easy, using all the skills from the beginning, and then starting a new game and potentially being able to just play it and skip, I guess, the dating simulation stuff and skip that storyline. Inherently, I guess that since there's no way to probably see the dating simulation elements or the relationship simulation, I'll probably just refer to it as dating, kind of platonic, non-sexual dating simulation that this happens to be. Yeah, the argument would be to watch all of the relationship cutscenes on YouTube after the fact, after playing with the 100% save file. Yeah, the whole concept of the way things are laid out here are just messed up. The one thing we did learn there is that wasted a day on us, which I don't know if that means anybody actually rested, but it also didn't let us grow our abilities or particularly get extra items. So the game could throw us through random things. We also know when we have a day off, we hang out twice with people instead of once. And that didn't knock down the cleaning any, which at least that's fairly fair. So we do have this non-Sensu Bean. Sensu Bean is a Dragon Ball Z reference, of course. Alright, well, let's keep on trying to see if we can construct anything. It seems that, like, it will probably be a while. And I'm not sure if these are one-time items or if they are permanent items as far as tools. Some of these double humanities items versus science materials versus art materials versus phys ed materials. So the icons next to it, they look like screws and such, are actually the category of material it is. Interesting. Okay. And then they not helping you greatly as far as making it obvious what you need to craft with flags in the construct menu. Okay. And I think I probably am gonna just flip Chihiro over to say this. And then just press Y. See, pretty much you're gonna get this down to a point where everybody's just gonna be at 9, and it will just be a matter of resting people. And there might even be a point where things just get automated. And this is the actual gameplay loop. I'm noticing a lot of people leveled up at this point. Good. That's what we were looking for more than anything. It's a pretty pathetic gameplay loop. Though it's super boring. And I'm having a really hard time justifying going through all of this.
What?
Do you intend to follow me wherever I go? Gods grant me patience. That's the same thing he said before. I refuse to get discouraged. Spend some time with this Byakuya. Byakuya and I grew a little closer together. Would you like to give him a present? Yes, definitely. And we will just give him the golden gun again. Because we know we can get more of those. Or we could cheat at a certain point. I've got one more anyways. You know what would be probably easier and smarter to do is figure out
This is
like figure out if we've gotten the achievement for getting every present. And I guess I haven't, because I'm looking on my second monitor at the achievements that are unlocked, and the most recent one I've gotten is just finishing the game. And I got all the presents from the gacha machine before that point. Bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, huh?
what?
It's a proverb. It means you can only obtain something inferior, but that's still better than longing for something better. Yeah, I know what it means, but so what?
So in other words,
Put another way, if all you have nearby is a loser, that's better than a proper assistant far away. Makoto, be my secretary. What? A useless commoner like you could never hope to earn more than, say, $100,000 a year. But as my secretary, you would be guaranteed an ample salary, job security for the rest of your life. Take that offer. And in honor of it being my birthday today, how about I multiply your already impossible expectations by 5.5. Let's see, 5.5 would be $5.5 million. Interesting. And this is once again a point where this game just feels like it's for like less than high school or middle schoolers. You mean you want to pay me $5.5 million a year? Better check your math on that.
what?
Or is that a request? I could pay you that kind of salary, but I'd have to raise my expectations for you accordingly. Yeah, I was just kidding. 500. I literally did the math wrong. $550,000. That's like board money.
What?
Board member money. Of course, as my secretary, you won't be a mere servant. At some point, I would want you to become an actual assistant, taking the lead on important projects. Assuming you produce acceptable results, you could even be a core part of the Togami Corporation.
So in other words,
You have no reason to refuse. This is all sudden, I don't get why, but he seems serious about it. Still, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to say no, ... I'm trying to give you a chance to enter the battlefield of life and claim victory. Most commoners would never get that chance. This is literally a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Do you understand? This is your chance. This is your one and only chance to rise above the 99%.
so that's it.
Are you really scared of having to fight to compete in order to win? It's not that I'm scared. It's that I want to succeed based on my own effort. I want to find my own battlefield. I don't want it handed to me. I want to earn it. I thought he was going to go more down the argument that I want to be your friends, not your employee. I want to find something that I'm willing to fight and die for. That's the only way I'll be satisfied. ... Then you meant what you said earlier. That if you can live a life that you're satisfied with, that's all that matters. I'm glad to see you pass my test. Huh? Your test?
Naturally.
That's right. The mere thought of someone like you as my secretary would make me physically ill. Wait, so...
What?
The salary offer still stands, of course. It's yours if you want it. I don't need you spreading rumors that Byakuya Togami doesn't honor his word. So he'd basically be paying me to do nothing? In a way, I almost regret my decision. But I must say, I just don't understand you. You don't want to fight, and yet you don't flee from the battle either. It's like I said, for me, happiness comes from living the life I want to live. And see, that's in yellow, and we never got any solution as far as why things were highlighted in yellow. Easy enough to say.
Interesting.
Now you have to enforce your will until the very end. You can do that. If you can make it to the end, I'm afraid I'll be forced to acknowledge you. Then that's exactly what I'll do. Someday, absolutely. I don't expect much from you, but I'll be waiting. Maximum skill points have gone up. And see, in this case, it's just the nighttime again.
Okay then.
And it's just always going to be the nighttime thing again. And I don't see any reason why the school would get more dirty.
Isn't that wonderful?
You're working eager butts off, huh? Let me give you something as a reward.
See ya later.
So we now have a cheat sheet, which I think is an actual item. Let's see. Nope, it's not. We're still very far from having the items we would need to build tools, which I wish there was a way to flag some of this and say, hey, I actually want this item. Let's flag the items that I need for this items. Yeah, we have a cheat sheet that's a consumable. So we're gonna figure out how that works. Binary converter, we can make 1, 2 of those. And then motors and dust cloths. So we need wrenches and dust cloths and whatever is needed to make a binary converter. Notebook and programming textbooks. We have 4 days left. Alright, so consumable. We want to raise the collection rate, probably of somebody that's fairly low. So I imagine it should be a male. If anything, it feels like it would be fairly easy to just make all the women clean and all the men not. Right, so let's go here and use that cheat sheet. Make that a 3-3 equal. And is there an argument to use anything to restore all HP? don't think so. Because I think we're still just so fine that it doesn't matter. Let's maybe have this guy go over this direction. And have this guy go this direction. And then this guy's clearly got a rest. And pick up that. And there aren't different versions of cleaning, so you can't put in more effort to clean, which is a little strange. Just put that back to cleaning, although I think I probably have too many people focused on cleaning, if anything. But we got that one needs the rest, that one needs the rest, and that one needs the rest. Okay, now it's just a matter of the one person that's collecting here is now trying to collect something we already have, so we don't need that. This probably highlights a high level of an issue between Japanese players and Western players of games. It just doesn't really feel like there's any real interest for something like this, like in this kind of gameplay and going into menus and just running schedules and statistics. I may not have had enough clean. Yeah, I barely got the clean to back to max. And some people are leveling up at different times. Right. And we still are focusing on Byakuya. I wonder why I skipped Kiyotaka. I guess I was just not thinking things through. I didn't look at it. Like we don't really know if there's like 10 pages for some of these characters or if there's just a different number for different characters. If anything, Byakuya tells us something very interesting, because we know Byakuya got all the way to the end of the game. So if we get the 1 star and that's it, and we get that fairly quickly, then we kind of think maybe there are 2 stars. Otherwise, we kind of think that if it takes us like an entire playthrough to get to the gold star with Byakuya, that would be weird too. Alright. So let's just keep going down this way out. Spend time together.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times do I have to tell you you're annoying? Feel free to crawl off and die. Refuse to get discouraged, spend some time with Byakuya. Grew a little closer together today. Feels like that line should change in some way. Let's see. Extremely rare and expensive coffee bean. Alright, that seems like, is that a gift?
This is...
Okay. So that was another success. ... How do you still not understand? Understand what? I've been sacrificing all this valuable time of mine for your sake. But it's all amounted to nothing. We simply have nothing to talk about.
Possible.
We could talk forever and a day, and I would gain nothing from it. But the more we come to understand each other, you and I will never understand each other. We live in different worlds. Our ways of life, our ways of thinking are totally incompatible. You're a loser, so go ahead and live your loser life, and make a bunch of loser friends. Then together you can lick each other's loser wounds. You don't have to keep on saying
That's
loser.
enough.
Whatever your self-indulgence is, a lie or not, it doesn't matter. Whatever happens, I'm going to keep on fighting, and I'm going to keep on winning.
That's right.
That's one thing that will never change. But having to win all the time, doesn't that make your life kind of hard? Such as the fate of the Chosen. The Chosen. And see, I don't even know if there's going to be a react mode in this gameplay style. Listen, I've been meaning to ask you. You keep talking about the Chosen. What does that exactly mean? The way you say it, it seems a lot heavier than how I normally think of it. ...
That's fine.
Fine, I'm gonna waste my time with you anyway. I might as well explain this one last thing. I'll tell you how I became known as the ultimate affluent progeny. There's a story behind that?
So, in other words...
It has to do with the secret to the Togami family's prosperity. Our success comes from our family's rather peculiar inheritance system. Peculiar inheritance? What do you mean? You see, our family head never takes a wife. Rather, he couples with exceptional women the world over in order to bear as many children as possible. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. All over the world. Then they make the children copulate and oh no, wait. Not copulate, compete. That's a different type of story at that point. I was like, inbreeding? What's the point of that step? They make the children compete and only one can come out on top. This leaves the door open in a potential sequel that Byakuya would run into other Togami family losers, for lack of a better term, that he might have to work with. And that might even be a potential bad guy in the sequel, trying to get revenge on Byakuya. And whoever it is earns the right to become the next head of the family. You mean you have to fight your own brothers and sisters?
That's right.
For my battle, there was 15 of us in total. Man, this sounds familiar. When all was said and done, only one was still standing, the youngest brother, me. In the entire history of the Togami family, the youngest male has never won. Now, we don't know if he killed his brothers and sisters or if he just beat them in some other kind of challenge. Jeez, that sounds brutal. I can't even imagine something like that.
What?
So now do you understand? I won the title in open combat. This is how I became the ultimate affluent progeny. I don't understand why it would be literal open combat. Like, what does that prove as far as a rich and powerful group of people? But maybe he's being more metaphorical in that they competed in mysteries or in manipulating the stock market or running businesses or something like that. I was not born into greatness. I had to earn it.
In other words...
I put my life on the line and I earned the right to be called the Chosen. You put your life on the line, then what about your siblings? Dead. Dead?
Stop talking.
I don't mean literally, of course. They became dead to the family, unfit of the name Togami. Of course, for them, it's really like it is. It really is like death. They're forced to become one of the 99%, one of you. But it must have been really hard, right? You can't even imagine, which is why the survivor is recognized as the Chosen. When you take over the head of the family, all the weight of the family comes to rest on your shoulders.
So in other words...
That is how dedicated I am. I'm forever dedicated to keep on winning. And so I shall. Otherwise, I would feel only pity for those I've already defeated. Byakuya pretty much said said he carries the weight of always having to win. Winning comes natural to him. All I'll say at this point is that I'm going to win this game too. It's been a long time since I've had so much fun. I need to get as much enjoyment out of it as possible.
Don't make me repeat
And in the
myself.
end, I will stand victorious. I won't lose to the mastermind or you or anyone else. Even as the rest of you fall one by one, I'll live and I will win.
In the name of my family.
As long as my name is Byakuya Togami. The finality of his statement left no room for doubt or question. Nobody but Byakuya could talk that way and sound so convincing. But because it's him, it seems possible that maybe this is his fate. Honestly, the more I talk to him, the more I see how far apart we are. At the same time, I feel like I understand him that much more. At least I think I do.
Bye.
Now let me be crystal clear. We no longer have anything to talk about. Do not come to me like this again. Goodbye, loser. I can't imagine any way Byakuya and I could ever become friends in this lifetime. Alright, so I just got an achievement. Let's see. Byaku's report card has been updated based on your experience with him. Your maximum SP has been increased. Go have a look. Hey, look at you go. And completely misread it. So then we know at this point for a surviving character is 6 pages, and there is no second star. Not for that, at least. If there is a second star, it's from going on trips with the trip tickets. But we haven't triggered that with Sayaka either, so I don't know how many we would want to go with Sayaka on trips. It feels like we went on 2 trips with Sayaka already. Maybe we've only done 1. So next thing I want to do is I want to hang out with Leon, and I'm going to save the game, and I'm just going to give him the despair bat, the thing that killed him, and see whether that is an ultimate item or not that would just get him to a 1 star immediately, because at the moment we have only 1 time we've hung out with him, and that's pretty much the least amount of people that we've hung out with, except for Monokuma, which we could give the Easter egg to potentially. So we have a couple more things to figure out, and then we're pretty much then just locked into how much progress can we really make as far as doing this game, leveling up the students, and doing a new game plus if we actually fail. I just don't think in this case we are actually going to be able to continue, because that wouldn't really make sense. Alright. Hero feels pretty good. We haven't had anybody so far feel pretty bad. Let's see. Do we need a binary converter? Yes. Then do we need a motor? We need a lot of motors. Which means we need a lot of wrenches. And we need 1 more dust cloth. We didn't get any new item. Okay. That one. We gotta move people around. Then we've gotta unrest people. Certainly, so they'll clean. And then rest people who are tired. I think it's wrenches that we need more than anything. Why do we need soccer balls? There is still something kind of weird in that we really don't know if we have enough things to we don't know if we really have enough things to build a tool, and we're never going to get a real prompt on that. You can also see Toko and Aoi are cleaning the floor by hand, which is a very Japanese thing. Oh, 3 people went down. Okay. Well, that's bad. I'm feeling really out of work. It might be a good idea for me to get some rest. In my fever to do a good job, I seem to have neglected my health.
I mean, seriously?
I seriously can't do this anymore. I quit. I don't even have enough energy to goof around. I'm gonna lay down in my room for a while. So then I just lost the opportunity to go out and hang out with people because I knocked myself out. Alright, so that was stupid. I guess it's just gonna probably be a while though before we have enough to get in a tool, so we don't probably need to check. Alright. I've got to be way more careful, obviously. Because that could have been very bad. We have like 2 days left. We need more motors. Okay. So we're still trying to get soccer balls. I don't know why. This guy. We can move downward. This guy, I almost want to move him down lower. Anyways, let's just have him rest. Rest. If anything, there might be an argument to simply having your characters rest a little bit extra. That way you can pull off some better tricks later. Cleaning must be the one energy thing. So what you kind of can tell from this is if you take the opportunity to get everybody up to the maximum of 9 level on cleaning and searching, then at that point when somebody is fairly low in health, you could just have them clean. And that would probably work out fairly well for him. Okay, so here we go with our next thing. We need to save. Can we save? System, save. We're kind of in a weird place where we don't have a lot of places to save. Yeah, the end of Prologue 1, we probably should keep the end, so we'll just overwrite that one. Alright, so now we're going for Leon, the red-haired character. What do you want to do with Leon? Spend some time with him. And very quickly, trying to do all of these, you're going to kind of quickly find out that there aren't that many different locations for as many different places there were to hang out. And if this was a standard slice of life visual novel, you would be going to different streets or different parts of the school. Although, in all fairness, a standard visual novel probably wouldn't have that many more different, or at least visually noticeably different locations either. Alright, we gotta sit down and plan out our strategy. So Makoto, which girl do you have an eye on? Yeah, Leon died too quickly if he was going to be a protagonist. It pushed them towards dating. Leon and I had a strategy meeting. Leon and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give him a present? Yes, definitely. Alright. Let's see. So the question, I suppose, is, are there baseball items in this that we should give him anyways, when we know he wants to be a musical person. Despair bat. I mean, we gotta try this. Sorry, but I can't let you give him that in what we in the industry like to call a key item. Alright, so the game just stops you. Alright. So there must be something more to this idea of the key items. Either that or it is just kind of completely unimportant. Escape button. Let's see if we try to give them. Nope, can't do that either. So we know that's a key item also. Alright, so let's just figure out to start with the drinks. Yeah, I don't know what he would particularly like. So like potato chips might be something you would assume anybody would like, but you just don't know. It's gotta be a better idea than that. Zol's diamond ring. Elf speak ring. So many of these things don't really line up with Leon, but I guess that would make sense. Why would they? Leon died very quickly. If anything, I kind of have to think giving him the golden gun might prove to be interesting. Silent receiver. Old-timey radio. Oh, let's try Mr. Fastball. I mean, if anything is specifically supposed to be for him, it would have to be this.
I mean, seriously?
Pretty so-so. I don't think he's too happy with that. Interesting. So, who's Mr. Fastball supposed to be given to? Like, it seems like there are definitely red herrings in this game. And it's gonna be a while till we get to day 5 if we're not careful. And now we're gonna fail just miserably. Okay. So now we have everything to make a Monokuma butler, so we've constructed that. So now, what we would like to see, doubling the number of items you collect. Seems like it would be way better than raising efficiency. Raising efficiency seems like that's a later idea. So we're looking for a secret book of poems times 5 and a notebook. We're looking for triangle rulers and small. Well, let's just look at secret book of poems. Let's start with that. How do you get those items? 1. We need 5 of those too. Okay, so then we need music scores. Triangle ruler, reference book, small light bulb. How many of these items, I wonder, can we do? Can you double and double? Is there going to be somebody who's just perfect at everything? Okay, well. So we kind of don't want consumables, and we kind of don't want too much. We can make just a couple of things. Or let's start with just making like 1 of everything, and then we can take some stuff off the table in that calculation, and then we're still fairly high on that, so let's get down to like 4 microchips, And we're fairly high on that, so let's make two welders. Okay, with 1 day left, we have a normal guy who can, I guess we can focus on places where we haven't collected something so far, and we can go ahead and try and keep things wherever we want them. I don't fully understand the soccer book concept though. If anything, that still seems kind of pointless. Rest, 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 and rest. I'm not sure if there is a specific place, because we've got like a lot of things going to apples here. We definitely need to spread some of that to the library. And spread some of that to the dining hall. We've got like nothing going to class. And I don't think we've got enough cleaning, so we'll get rid of that one. But I'm not sure if cleaning resets or if the school gets dirty when so many people are resting. Let's go ahead and hit the B button, and you have to hold it down to fast forward. So we'll try again with Leon. Spend some time together. Alright, we gotta sit down and plan out our strategy. So Makoto, which girl do you have your eye on it? So you grew a little closer, but that was the same conversation. So yeah, a man's fantasy probably is a good gift for him. Wait a minute, a man's fantasy is a key item? How did I end up with several key items? That seems crazy. Well, cat dog magazine. For me, thanks. Does that mean you liked it? Alright, so that worked, but that wasn't a great item. I mean, we may very well run into a scenario where I actually don't have enough presents anyways. And if I don't know how you get Monokuma tokens though to get more presents. And if somebody was just cheesing it, yeah. In retrospect, I guess the Game Grumps have really screwed themselves out of the late game experience. I doubt they care, but they were kind of wasting their Monokuma tokens. And yeah, I can't help but think that they maybe screwed themselves somewhat. Let's see. Motor. We'll go ahead and just make a motor. And program code. And another welder. I think they probably were going to hit a point where we want to have like 5 of everything before we even start to think of other things. We still are fairly far though from crafting a tool. I almost can make an argument that the after we make one tool, that might be just it for me. It's feeling kind of ridiculous that I'd want to keep on playing the game other than the fact that we have the relationship stuff still going. Because that is like the dangling carrot that's happening here, as far as you can get more story that you actually could never have gotten in the real main game by doing this, and you can get skills that might work in a New Game Plus concept, but I feel like that's the only thing you're really working towards. So this is Monokuma Butler, huh? Why is the bottom half just a vacuum?
Hey,
Is that what you think when you hear the phrase Monokuma Butler? Would you go in the wouldn't you go in the direction of, you know, an actual butler, or at least a maid? Yeah, that'd be nice. Two birds, one stone situation. Cute and clean, or clean and cute. So it seems like every time we build something, it is kind of a gag animation. Anyway, do it again. It's a total failure, but you did technically finish the assignment, so
you gonna do?
I guess I'll give you some more tickets. 8 more trip tickets. That's like more than you would actually be able to use. So the next concept is right here. I'm gonna give it everything I've got so we can all get out of here together. Sokka seemed to feel pretty good. So that feels like really what's going on is a case of our skill levels are just not high enough to get a perfect character, or we're supposed to do something else. We need 20 stainless shield sheeting. We need a Bunsen burner, Venus flytrap, tree branch. Alright, well, we can craft that much. Tree branch. Alright, so this is going to be fairly easy then. All we have to do is not put anybody going anywhere too far. How many Bunsen burners do we need? If they... So you just pile on the Bunsen burners. Then we'll bring out like far too many cleaners. She's gonna be pumped, so we need to stick her to the high one. We need to stick her to a high one. She's gonna be cleaning extra, which pretty much makes an argument that we should. Why is there nothing that has an effective 3 down? That's the real question, I suppose. Do we really need to be cleaning this much, or can we push someone who's like a little worse at cleaning down this route? Yeah, that looks good enough. Let's go. Fast forward. And Sakura went down where Chihiro went up. Interesting. I don't know how many more beans I have for people to pass out. Push myself a little too hard. I need some time to recover. Once again, spend some time with Leon. And yeah, we probably would be more interested in hanging out with the girls. But
Oh yeah?
hey, were you worried about me or something? Damn, that's actually kind of nice of you. Had a real good time with Leon, and I grew a little closer together. Would you like to give him a present? Yep, it's definitely there is definitely something messed up on the idea of effectively buying friendship. It's fine to give gifts and think about people and show that you care and think about people if you're so inclined, but you also have to be careful to make sure people aren't going to be allowed to move into the attitude that they're just using you and they're just getting gifts from you for no good reason, or that your entire relationship is built around the concept of giving and getting. Right. Voice changing bow tie. I think maybe the graduation album would be something good. Second button. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what would be something that you would like. I feel like I've done the old-timey radio. Who would be the silent receiver? Let's just see, what do we have a bunch of here? We have like 5 ray guns. Let's see if we give one of these to him. For me, thanks. Does that mean you liked it?
Hey, listen.
Makoto, my friend, I wanted to ask you something. Huh? What's up?
You know what I mean.
Well, I wanted to start up a band, right? I was wondering if you know anyone who's good about writing music.
There's no way.
But nobody too popular. I don't want anyone to overshadow my own popularity as a lead singer. Seriously about becoming a musician, huh?
What?
Absolutely. I don't want to be a George, you know. Gotta get that Paul action. Referencing the Beatles, which would be a reference that probably flies over the head of almost anyone playing this game. Speaking of which, what kind of music do you want to make? Well, what if I said I wanted to be like the Damned, the Clash, the Sex Pistols? You mentioned the Damned, the Clash, and the Sex Pistols. They're all... Punk? Those are all punk bands, right? Yeah. Damn straight. My plan is to conquer the world with punk.
You know what I mean.
Because I mean, when it comes to punk, it doesn't really matter if you can actually play or not. Yeah, and him having the safety pin in his collar does certainly push to punk, and the lock around a chain around his neck like a necklace, that's pretty punkish. It also puts a nice split between Sayaka and Leon, as you have one who wants to be a punk rocker and one who is a saccharine sweet J-pop singer. I'm not sure how many punk bands would agree with that.
Hey, listen.
Anyway, by the way, by the time I got to this school, I had already decided I was going to quit baseball. I was just going to use it as a stepping stone once I got into Hep's Peak to propel me into stardom. I was going to use my time here to become the ultimate musician.
Seems like...
That dream's dead now, though. I came here chasing a dream, but I never imagined it turned into such a nightmare.
Come on.
Damn it. I have to do it. I have to become a famous musician.
What the hell?
Stop screwing with me, Well, give me back my youth. Give me back my dreams. So Leon did have a dream, but it had nothing to do with baseball. He was never really serious about baseball, but I can't blame him for what he did. I swear to God, I have to do it. Then that girl at the hair salon will go out with me. Huh? So is he literally changing his entire dream just to get a date?
Hey, listen.
Oh yeah, she told me she only dates musicians. Her face is okay, but she's got a smoking hot body. I gotta get me some of that. Wow. So Leon may not even been interested in music. He may just be interested in girls. And okay, fair enough. That's not the real reason you want to do all that, is it?
What the crap?
What better reason is there? The whole point of becoming a musician is to be popular, right? Speaking of which, do you know what kind of guy Sayaka's into. Is she into musicians or maybe actors? Maybe I should become an actor. ... I feel like I'm starting to understand Leon a little better. Okay. There's no way you would have been able to hang out with him as much as we have in the main story. You had 3 opportunities to hang out with somebody before Leon was killed. If you had hung out with him 3 times, you still wouldn't have gotten to this point.
Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
What it really screams, well, first of all, this whole game feels like I should have been done with it in the last episode and just stopped playing. Today's your weekly day off. Okay, dismissed. It really screams. Oh, I lost my train of thought there. This game is doing that to me. There's a lot of text and not as much of the dumb first-person shooting stuff that you can just turn your brain off to. Yeah, I'm just gone silent here. I've been dumbfounded. Oh, I was thinking, it really screams like they want you to, before the end of the first class trial, go back and play the free play sections multiple times to max out your skill and grind. And if that was the way they wanted to play, they needed to make that a lot more obvious. What they could have had had it do is it could have been it could have been a case where you could hang out with as many people as you want until you choose personally to go to bed, so you could have one long night in which you hung out with everybody. Or it could have a magical, you're reliving the day, kind of like Groundhog Day, the movie. So you hang out in your free time with 2 people, and then you wake up and it's the same day again, and then you keep on doing that until you choose to go to sleep and not hang out with anyone. Then the story moves forward. Hey, were you worried about me or something? Damn, that's actually kind of nice of you. Everyone getting time. Lee and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give him a present? Yes, definitely. Popularity might be something. Let's see. Love status ring. Or Zol's diamond. I have a lot of these, so let's try and give this. Oh, you're just giving this to me? It's totally awesome, man. You want my autograph in exchange? I get the impression that you liked it. That's good. So, yeah, let's give him more of those rings. Hey, Makoto, I have something to tell you, but it's kind of a secret. Could you come to my room? Your room? Anyway, I'll be waiting. I wonder why Leon suddenly invited me to his room like that. Wow, this is going to be the first time we saw inside Leon's room. I wonder if it's actually not going to be decorated. This would be funny if Leon came out and admitted he was gay and he just pretends to like girls as a cover. I did what Leon asked and headed to his room right away.
Yo.
Welcome to the room of a future superstar. See, this feels really wasted that they would have decorated each room potentially, and it seems like they probably did. And then there was no reason to go into the rooms and investigate. Particularly at the end, it would have made a lot of sense that they would have just let you go into the rooms of the dead people. So what's up? You said you had a secret or something. ...
Seems like.
Okay, it's like,
Let's do it.
let's play baseball.
Kidding. Just
Kidding. That was a joke. Super joke. I hate baseball, remember? ... Wait, it sounds like it wasn't a joke. Leon, do you want to start playing baseball again?
Stupid.
What are you talking about? Don't be stupid. How many times have I told you how much I totally hate baseball? I don't like it at all. Is what I thought, but actually, this is the longest I've ever gone without playing, you know? I mean, I was so good, they forced me to play like all the time, and being away from the game for so long has made me realize how you really feel.
Hey, you bastard!
Damn it. It's like mind control. Baseball brainwashed me. Like, yeah, he could be in a baseball league, just a friendly league, and not go pro, certainly. But fine, whatever. I just want to throw the ball around a little. But I can't play baseball by myself. God, I never should have come to this school. Leon. Yeah, even at Hope's Peak as the ultimate baseball star, I don't know if Hope's Peak would have had enough students who were good enough at baseball to even form a team, let alone two to play. So, and Leon would certainly overshadow everyone else in skill. Leon.
Hey, listen.
If what's happening to us really is some kind of school event thing, when it's over,
You know what I mean.
I think I'm going to drop out and go back to my old school. Maybe my team won't want me back, but all I can do is beg for their forgiveness and hope for the best. I don't think you have to worry about that. I'm sure they'll be happy to have you back. If you just show them how you really feel about baseball, how you're willing to go to practice and practice.
I mean, seriously?
Hell no, no way. I really seriously hate practice. I don't need to practice. I just want to play the game, even an exhibition game or whatever. Oh, well, I'm sure it'll all work out somehow. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that he'd pursue his career as a musician and play exhibition games now and then. I imagine as a musician who was a famous baseball player, he probably could get several other musicians to play exhibition games for charity and such. Yeah, they can't just drop someone as good as me. I'm sure they'll forgive me, no problem. I mean, it's me, right? I'm the up-and-coming Koshien Stadium superstar. Hee. You're gonna be there rooting for me, right? I don't think he's learned his lesson, but I still think it's impossible for me to hate him. He and I talked about so much together. Have I finally met the real Leon? I think Leon and I have come to understand each other a lot better. And so there's the achievement for maxing out his relationship. Kinetic depth perception. Made a little more small talk, went back to our room. Alright, and I can't bring up menu at this thing. Alright. So that's Byakuya, and that's Leon, and we have Sayaka. So the last thing we have here we want to figure out is what's the deal with the trip tokens tickets. Why would you bother to have that? And since we've already done some of this with Sayaka already, let's just do more. Use a trip token ticket since we have a bunch. Shopping, library. We've already done the music room. So let's go with garden, and then we'll go rec room, and then we'll go library, school, store, and dining hall. And if we go through all of these and it still hasn't done anything, then I don't know if the trip tickets do anything at all. It's not particularly a very romantic garden. Here we are at the garden. There's all kinds of plants growing under the fake blue sky. I don't recognize most of them. It looks like nobody is here right now. Do you like this place? Do you believe in flower fortune telling? Our chicken's gonna be our dinner. Let's go with that answer.
Okay.
Well, I know the sky here isn't real, but this place helps distract me, for a while at least. I've come here to walk around a few times now. Next time I come, would you like to join me? I think we both had a pretty good time. Thanks for showing me around today. Just spending time with someone helps me recharge, you know? if you want, feel free to invite me out again. And if you have some free time, I'll do the same thing. So you want to head back? See, it's just like a really brief relationship sequence. And unless the trip tickets
Is a school announcement.
somehow build into
Okay,
like
then. Sweet
Sayaka
dreams.
being super energetic or super well rested the next day, that might be the case. This may
Let's
be
do
a
it.
scenario. Here we can see Leon is pumped, but Sayaka is not. Pew.
Isn't that wonderful?
You worked your eager beaver butts off, huh? Let me give you something as a little reward.
See ya later.
Well then, have a nice day. Okay. We have no Nanzu beans. So if I was going to restore HP, what would I do it for? I mean, if anything, I feel like we need to kind of experiment with this. So sandwich on the level 4 character brings you up a little bit. And what if I do it again? It doesn't bring you up anymore. Alright, so that was kind of a waste. But we did need to figure that one out. And then construction, we're looking for, we've got plenty of Bunsen burners. So now we're looking for tree branches, which we need a lot of, and Venus flytraps. And we'll need to think about stainless steel sheeting. Even though we collected a decent amount of stuff, we still are very short on other items. We are going to have to be more careful going forward, I think. Yeah, we just need a ridiculous amount of stuff as far as stainless steel sheeting, cardboard, and tambourine. So that should be our focus, I think, more than anything else. Alright. We put this guy at the very top. Cardboard and tambourines are way up there. Is there no other place where we would get cardboard and tambourine? I think no, so anybody that has any energy needs to try their very best. And see, now somehow Chihiro has balanced out, so she could be used as a floater, and the bottom character probably should be a floater one way or the other. But we need to move these characters to tree branch and hope that that doesn't, yeah, that's gonna knock them out. We may just have to choose to knock some people out because of that. Yeah, we may have like no choice other than that anyways. I feel like I need somebody to clean more, and I've put somebody in a dangerous position. I can clean. That needs to go that way. That needs to go that way. Do we have enough cleaners? I hope so. And Sakura will be an issue, certainly as she's knocked out for 3 days. But also that means she won't get experience and level up. Like, it really does feel like there will be one new game plus that would almost make sense to play in this different gameplay mode. But after that, everything should probably be at 999. and there's just kind of no reason why you would want to play this game 3 times through, as it also doesn't seem like there's any real logic here as far as the trip tickets. Here we are in the rec room. There's all kinds of games and stuff in here that almost makes me feel like I'm not at school. It looks like nobody's here right now. Kind of boring here. Do you believe in magazine? You want to play darts. Magazine horoscopes. I don't know why you'd go boring. I think play darts is the right answer.
Okay.
But maybe there are different prompts for different people. Like Byakuya, I could see maybe saying boring. Or Monokuma or Junko, I could see saying boring being the right response. That is a weird way to implement a visual novel choice of dialogue, is to have 3 different dialogues that are default for each character, for all the characters, and then categorizing each character as having a different kind of personality as far as which of the 3 prompts they'd respond to. Darts, oh how wonderful. I've always wanted to give it a shot. It always seemed like an adults only game. I was always intrigued by it. Yeah, darts kind of has a poor implementation of its popularity, to say the least. There's nothing really stopping a kid from playing darts as long as they're not going to throw metal pointed darts at somebody and hurt somebody. And as long as they can just follow basic safety, darts is perfectly fine. But there's never really like a height standard in most places where you could play darts, where the dartboard is to the right height for younger kids. And most of the places that have dartboards are bars where there's drinking and smoking. So it just never gains popularity. It is also a game, unlike a board game, that takes a considerable amount of space, basically empty space, and a wall that you're willing to absolutely destroy. Even if you're using plastic darts, it's pretty much impossible to not destroy the wall in general directions around a dartboard, and darts will fly wildly sometimes. It's much like archery. You lose an arrow in archery and it may just fly high in the sky and you'll just never see it again, and you hope it doesn't land on somebody's head, and but in darts you can hit a wall, it can bounce off that wall and hit somebody else if you're not careful, and that's even with the plastic tips. There's enough impact in that to break the wall. So if you are going to install a dartboard, I would fully suggest putting up either pegboard or sheetrock on top of your good wall, and putting just a few screws into the 2x4s in the wall to hang it up for, I would say, 3, 4, 5 feet in each direction from the center of the board, all sealing the floor too. And you might even want to put like some kind of carpet or padding around it because you are going to things. Or the smarter move is just always put a dartboard on the side of a brick wall, which would be kind of hard to hang, or put it in a garage that's not particularly finished, so putting holes on the garage wall doesn't really matter that much. You're not going to punch a hole with a dart all the way through. You're just going to put dents in the walls. Anyways, back to the game. Makoto, can you teach me how to play? That is another problem with darts, certainly, is that the rules to play a good darts game are a little bit more complicated than what basic people will play. The standard 301, 401, 501 game is simply getting points up to 301, 401, or 501, and then if you go over, you reset to whatever your score was in the previous round, with 3 darts being thrown each time. And that's a simplistic darts game. It's fine to play, but It's not your standard, I believe it's called cricket or blackout, or like there were several other styles of darts games, and it's been a while since I played darts, so I don't remember the names. But those rules are a little bit more complicated and a little bit more strategic and a little bit more interesting. It looks to me like she had a really good time. Unfortunately, darts is also a physical game, so you can't really make a digital version of it unless you are in VR and you have really good hand scanning or hand controllers to simulate throwing darts. It's still not going to really feel like the real thing, and that's true for a lot of games like pool, billiards, pinball, anything that is well established as being something that's played with your hands and you get a lot of haptic feedback never really translates well to a game. It had so much, but it's more than just fun. When I'm with you, I feel like I can relax. So what about you, Makoto? I really hope you feel the same way. Well, please invite me out again sometime. It's a promise, okay? Anyway, we should probably get back. Yeah, these trip tickets definitely feel like dates.
Okay then.
Yeah, and you may just have to take everyone around the school once or twice or 3 times.
Feel as if.
We've yet to see anyone at the beginning of a turn highlight that they are feeling particularly ill. So might be some of that. I got plenty of Bunsen burners. We need tree branches and we need Venus flytraps and stainless steel sheeting, so yeah, we are, I think, dropping the ball here. I think we're gonna lose. Yeah, it would have made so much more sense to do that and craft one of those. I'm just hoping that this is right and I'm not wasting resources. See, she's gonna refill here, so it kind of doesn't matter to bring her back. Instead, let's do Red Bull here, 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 and here. And then here and here. This whole game is gonna just get more complicated. Big vacuum makes things as clean as possible. Let's see. Book of Secret Poems. We would still need notebooks if we were gonna do that. This does also feel like there's a chance here that we are going to end up with a scenario where we have a pretty poor experience, and if we had gone through a walkthrough, we would have had a better experience. But it feels like by far. Alright, so we're gonna toggle between tambourines and cardboard. And he's still gonna be a cleaner, which, you know, he's fired up. Why don't we instead have him focus on tree branches? And let's have him focus on tree branches also. Yeah, we probably should make better use of the fired up people. Let's see. I want to probably still go down this route. We're looking for twos of things. She's fired up, so we'll look for tambourines. So I hope that's good enough. Seems like we are getting a decent amount of stuff. Although I don't know if that's because we use stuff or not. And I just realized that they go to different rooms and it shows a different background there. I hadn't realized that's what it was doing. Alright. So we're still going around the entire school. And if we have to go in a full circle back to the music room, I guess we'll do that until we get some kind of reaction. Either that or we'll have to determine that there actually is nothing that comes about from doing these. Why would this even be an option though if it doesn't give you something? If these are just kind of very poorly written 3 or 4 conversation dates. Let's see. Spend time studying. I'm getting kind of sleepy. Is there some kind of trick here?
Okay.
That's a good idea. So we studied. Oh. Actually, I come up here to study pretty often. I keep getting distracted when I try to study in my own room, but it's so quiet in here I can focus and make way more progress. Looks like me and her had a really good time. So it seems like maybe any prompt works. Had so much fun today. Thank you. It's just like the same responses. Yeah, I just still don't really get the whole idea of the dates. Unless there's some secret trigger here and you potentially have to do every single conversation prompt in every single location until you can figure out what is the one that unlocks some secret like romantic cutscene or joke image.
Okay then.
There we go. Day 17. I know what I have to do. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. Toko seems to be feeling pretty good. So you.
Isn't that wonderful?
So we got some sandwiches. So we're trying to recover. We have 3 days left though, so like we could use the sandwiches on somebody. We're gonna fail miserably here, aren't we? Yeah, we're in trouble. We still need stainless steel, which means we need cardboard. We aren't really close to being able to build anything. We still need to find Venus flytraps, which we don't know where those even are. Okay. Stores a lot of HP. Stores all HP. A little bit of HP. Still just nowhere close to an upgrade. Alright. So here we are. I feel like if I have to send anybody up to the 3 effects, which I think I have to do, I am going to be in trouble. So I've got to come in here and just basically say, can I use milk on the important characters to get them higher? Why does milk seem to restore a little bit of HP and that still be enough? When, like, this seems to be that. Yeah, I'm very confused. Very confused here. And I feel like everything is going to level up, but then you don't reset things when you level up either. So we need cardboard, tambourines, and tree branches. Then we'll go ahead and clean there. That's a good one. Tree branches. Cardboard, tambourines. Do that. So, do we want to sacrifice this guy, or do we want to potentially have him go through that? Yeah, she's the pumped up one. So she has full energy, so we'll have her go get cardboard. And then tambourine. It feels like the data center might be the place you really would want to go to get upgrades. This one's too high, well, so we gotta move that down. We can move that one up. This one's too low. Tree branch. How many cleaners do we have? Like, we've got some bad cleaners. Here, so let's stick with that. There's definitely a problem here with agonizing over all of this, though. And honestly, this is one of those scenarios where I feel like I would, if I was willing to do some editing, I would potentially edit out a lot of this gameplay and just jump to the dialogue stuff and only focus on that, because the agonizing over choices is the thing that's gonna make this incredibly longer. Alright, we're still Using trip tickets. We have the school store, then the dining hall, and then I guess the rec room if we go around in circles. Here we are at the school store. Look at all this stuff. It's hard to imagine what they don't have in here. Looks like nobody's here. What should we know? Remember these toy vending machines? This is a pretty quick doll. I wonder if they have any of your CDs. See, I wonder, that almost certainly has to be a prompt specific for Sayaka. Huh? Mine? I can't imagine a school store would carry any of that kind of thing. But I'd be so embarrassed if they did and you found it. Interesting. Thanks for showing me around today. Just spending time with someone helps me recharge, you know? Feel free to invite me out again. So you want to head back? Yeah, once again, that seems like that was hard-coded to be the right answer for her.
Okay then.
I think
Sweet dreams, everyone.
what I
Good
need to
night.
do is if we go back down the rec room to the music room a second time, I maybe need to figure out if there is a wrong answer and maybe we're looking for wrong answers, or maybe I just triggered Sayaka being energized because I took her on a trip, and maybe not. That could have been random. Okay. We have 2 days left, and we still need like one Venus flytrap. Need a whole bunch of stainless steel sheeting, which means we need a whole bunch of cardboard. Let's see, spirit bomb. Still not really super close. If I could get one welder, I could get double the phys heads. Well, I can do that. So here we have pectoral harness. And okay. So we need to remember that is physical ed. So clearly the person to put that on would be Sakura more than anyone. Well, nope. It seems like instead it is just a passive buff for everybody. Had I known that, I probably would have chosen to use it earlier. Apparently my goal is to make Monokuma Casanova and a Monokuma Butler? I don't think that's right. Wheat bread on her. And then Rad Bull on her. No. Interesting. Over here on goals, seems like once you clear a goal, you're done. And we kind of can tell here, if we're on the third one, there's a fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one, eighth one, ninth one, and 10th one. And unless we were supposed to make multiple copies, which in this case, making 2 copies of this seems just incredibly insane. We need to heavy double down on Tree Branch. Like, just have everybody looking for Tree Branch. Because otherwise we are going to be in trouble. As far as tools, inventory is full. Oh, so once you make one of these, that is it. You can't even make another one of them. Good. Well, then that kind of tells you how quickly all of this is going to go down. One antiseptic solution should be another thing we look for, because that will raise the cleaning efficiency, meaning less people need to clean. And frankly, the dust cloth and pie calculators make a lot of sense too. Which then we'd need light bulbs for that. Alright, well. What are we looking for? Tambourines, tree branches. Tree branches and Venus flytraps. Him cleaning is fine. This one's just gonna have to rest. This one's gonna have to rest. Him cleaning is fine. We need her to do that. We need her to do that. We need her to do that. I need cardboard still too. We basically have everything on tambourine. This is gonna pass out a lot of people. Is there any way we can not end up with almost the entire team passing out? I think what we have to do is we either risk it or we rest this character and almost every character here. Let's just risk it. Like, just totally fail. Which, in a weird way, this might also end up with us not being able to take Sayaka to the next area, the last area. Yep. 4 down, some not so much. Well, I thought that would have been more. No, because I'm down too. I should have not let Makoto. And then you can see like the down
Seriously?
sentence is the same sentence every time. I should treat Makoto special and get him up to 999.
Okay then, sweet dreams.
And the cleaning didn't get all the way up, which
Hell yeah.
shows. Mondo alone's not going to be enough.
Isn't that wonderful?
We now have a cheat sheet.
See ya later.
Alright, so we have... Let's start with construct. Can we construct some Nanzu beans to bring everybody back? Several people back. We still need tree branches and stainless steel sheeting. And stainless steel sheeting would need cardboard, so we need cardboard and tree branches. Okay. So we definitely want to revive him, and we'll just revive him. Wow, hyper energy for everybody. Well, geez, that probably means I shouldn't have bothered to do that in the first place. It kind of shows also Mondo should be the first one. Alright, tree branch. Need cardboard. Need tons of cardboard. Meanwhile, this guy is still looking for tree branches, which that's good. Tree branches. This one is rested, so we can send him for tree branches. Also, this one cleaned. You probably do need to clean some more. Tree branches. And then we'll send her to clean. Rest. Clean. Rest or clean. That one's gotta be clean. More tree branches, actually more cardboard. I'll send this one to clean. I kind of was hoping more people would level up. I'm also slightly questioning whether we're always going to get double the items, or if that was just for that like one turn. We should check that. And I'm not sure we're going to have a great opportunity to do that. Celeste leveled up and that was it. What would I like to do? So, talk to Sayaka again. Use a trip ticket. Last place we haven't been since we've already been to the music hall was the dining hall. Here we are at the dining hall. This is the one place where we all spend a lot of time together. What to do? Let's make lunch and go eat somewhere. What do you like to do at night? Do you have any culinary specialties? Well, one of these is a question. One of these is an entrapment to something dirty. And one of these is a statement. So let's go with this one, but I kind of feel like I want to come back here and click on that one. Specialties. Let me see. Well, do you have a favorite dish? She answered my question with a question. Why does she want to know what my favorite dish is? I think we both had a pretty good time. Thanks for showing me around. So she shows interest in potentially cooking you something, which is a nice gesture. But yeah, that doesn't really feel like that triggered anything else, so... We're about to lose. So today's the day, huh? I guess we better review everything. The concept was at Ikokuma, right? Alright, well, we needed 20 tree branches. We don't have enough. We can make one of those and one of those, which shows that we were definitely 11 away from that. As far as other items to collect, pretty much nowhere. So I might as well just say, hey, let's build as much here as possible. I may be going through one item collection. So building one thing may eliminate the possibility of building another thing, but it doesn't even feel like that really is the case. It seems like there's a different combination of items for everything that can be crafted. I mean, we had a decent amount of stuff there. And see, but like the feather duster does use tree branch. So did I just lower all the items? Yeah, I did. Ooh, so I may have had enough items at some point and I just screwed myself because I built things that were unnecessary in an effort to speed up or have some items extra, or I would have needed to have some leftovers otherwise. This hasn't gotten me any closer really towards building an item. We can see the pectoral harness still exists. So yeah, I just played poorly. Let's see what happens. This is unacceptable. You better start taking this seriously. I know you can do better than this. Anyone could. So the next concept is right here. It's hot. The fortune I predicted for today is super hot. It seems to be feeling pretty good. Alright, so the game, I guess, just lets you play for 50 days. Cool. That's fine. Which, alright, then that puts us in a decent position because we can pretty much now start over and keep on playing. Yeah. And is this a place where we can save? I guess it is. So yeah, that leaves us in a weird position, I think, and this is a good point to stop, where we're still trying to experiment to see what the trip tickets do, if they do anything. In fact, I'm just going to look it up online because at this point it seems kind of crazy. And once we figure out what they do, if they don't do anything interesting, I need to just move on to Kyoko and get the story sections. And we'll play the remaining 30 days here. I at some place got 2 Monokuma tokens. I don't know how. We still have plenty of items to give away. So I think I can get to a full relationship with the collection of items I have, assuming that I can just figure out the right items to give to the right people. And some of it, I think, will make more sense. Yeah. But sadly, it does kind of feel like we are hitting a point where the entirety of the rest of this playthrough is going to just be grinding through this minigame, and it's just going to be very boring. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam. It gets me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.